For 10 years, Dr. Dianne Boardley Suber's visionary leadership has led St. Augustine's College to new levels. Her passion has been to prepare young men and women to become viable, qualified, educated employees, entrepreneurs, and citizens of society. She has made significant and notable accomplishments at the institution through her tireless efforts of building upon the vision of the founders, which was established 143 years ago for the education of freed slaves. Dianne Boardley Suber has always believed in taking risks for the name of education. Throughout her 10 years at St. Augustine's College, her willingness to stick out her neck and put her tail on the line has inspired all who know her to also examine themselves and become inspired by her commitment to excellence. Growing up in Tallahassee, Florida, Dr. Suber was like most kids. She was outgoing and loved to be with her family. Family has always been important to the Boardley household, and education has always been an important factor in her life. Her parents taught at Florida A&M University, and she attended high school on that very campus.
We had what we call a very charmed life. We grew up in a community where our parents all worked together. All the kids played together. We went to the same music teacher, the same dancing teacher, and so we really grew up as a community, and there's a saying that it takes a village to raise a child, and that's how we grew up.
She was an outstanding student and involved in many extracurricular activities, including working as an editor of the student newspaper and yearbook, as well as an accomplished pianist and swimmer. When it was time for Dr. Suber to choose her career path, she decided to follow in her parents' footsteps and become an educator.
Well, my mother was an early childhood educator. She taught kindergarten and then higher education, and sitting around the table listening to her tell the stories, the children always were children, not little people, but people with distinct personalities. And what I enjoyed most as an elementary school teacher and principal was coming to understand the teaching and learning process, and to really understand that teachers make a difference in whether children learn or not.
She pursued her undergraduate studies at Hampton University, received her Master's of Education in Curriculum Development from the University of Illinois of Urbana, and a Doctorate of Education in Education Administration from Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University, Virginia Tech in Blacksburg, Virginia. After years of teaching in elementary and middle school, Dr. Suber decided to transition into higher education. Dr. Suber retells how the situation presented itself for her to become president of St. Augustine's College.
The experiences, I think, in preparation for presidency really started back with the elementary school experience. I mean, the focus on development and learning, processes, and developing infrastructures for the purpose of success actually started as an administrator in public schools. When I went to Hampton, I took a job at Hampton with oversight for several organizations that I had no knowledge of whatsoever. Admissions, financial aid, and the registrar's office. And 2 weeks before I got there, the financial aid director quit. And so that whole conversation that Bill and I had about skill sets of administration kicked into place, because I had to then provide leadership for a unit that I had no working knowledge of. And I think that's where my background, my training, my experiences led me to make a successful transition.
Dr. Harvey recalls when Dr. Suber expressed interest in the presidency at St. Augustine's College.
When Dr. Suber mentioned to me that she had an interest, I was very supportive. I thought that she would really become an outstanding chief executive, and that thought has proven true.
A. Melvin Miller, former interim president of St. Augustine's College and current board member, was involved in the selection process for the new president. He says there were a number of applicants.
We set up a national search, hired a search firm, sent out nationally notices of the vacancy. The search firm then narrowed down the applicants we got, which were many, to 10. The executive committee of the board then interviewed all 10 of those persons, and we then selected the top 3, of which Dr. Suber was one.
Mr. Everett Ward recalls how the alumni committee was involved in the selection process.
Well, there were 3 alumni members who were selected, and I had the good fortune to be one of those. And we interviewed the 3 finalists, and clearly as alumni we were looking for certain characteristics in the president or potential president, one of which for us was the whole concept of town and gown, which is often referred to, which indicates that the candidate understands the importance of community. I remember distinctly that she said that having grown up around Florida A&M University, she certainly had a great appreciation for university and community collaboration and working relationship. And for me, that was a deciding factor.
On December 1st, 1999, Dr. Dianne Boardley Suber became the 10th and first female president of St. Augustine's College. She led the college in acquiring historic Meadowbrook Golf Course and was instrumental in the construction of Fault Crest, the 336-bed state-of-the-art apartment-style complex, as well as the building and renovation of the $1 million cafe. Reverend Dr. William T. Newkirk, Board of Trustee member, says Dr. Suber's leadership has positioned the college well.
I believe Dr. Suber has brought to us a new level of creativity, enthusiasm, and also courage to move us forward. St. Aug has been a great school over the years and still is.
Dr. Lucas shares her insight about Dr. Suber's leadership and vision through the years.
She is an innovative leader. She talks about innovation all the time. I think that's one of the reasons why we have planned and added new degree programs, forensic science, real estate and property management. Also, the other thing that I think bears well about her leadership or her leadership style, she is truly student-driven. She is compassionate about students. She's passionate about students. She cares about the living and learning environment for students, which makes it better for all of us that work here.
After 40 years as an educator and numerous professional accomplishments, Dr. Suber said the students are a huge part of what keeps her going.
In smaller institutions, I think that is the energy of how you keep going. For me, it is definitely the students. And there have been days over the 10 years, including some within the last month or so, when I have wanted to get in my car and go home. But I'll have an interaction with a kid, or I'll get a note from a kid, or a parent will call and say, you know, you made a difference here, or I'll go somewhere and someone will say, you know, we're recommending sending our kids. I was in Hampton last week and I ran into 2 or 3 people, including some high school coaches, who were saying, you know, Dianne, we're going to send our kids down there because you're there. And so that's what kind of makes you turn around and go back, because it is about the kids.
Students share their reflections about Dr. Suber's leadership.
I definitely think the first word that comes to my mind when you mention Dr. Suber's name is inspirational.
Dr. Suber has played a major part in the Student Leader Organization. She has given us, the students, the opportunity to be great leaders on campus and to set good examples for the students at St. Augustine's College.
When asked if she has a future goal to achieve as president, here's how she responded.
And I really would like to see that stadium and track field be completed. Not just because it's something to do, but I think that it symbolizes the full circle in terms of closing the loop. That stadium represents, I think, in many ways, an opportunity to showcase some of the finest of St. Augustine's student athletes. I think it represents an opportunity to showcase the community coming together with a joint cause. I think as it is being embraced now, it's significantly different than 7 or 8 years ago when we introduced the concept and there was some community resistance to it. So I think it represents the community coming together, and it is the one thing that people always put behind my name when they introduced me, that I brought football back after 37 years. And although I'm not sure if that's the saving grace I want to end up with my legacy, I do think that it isn't complete until these student athletes have an opportunity to showcase their talents which the nation sees in terms of the track program and all, but that they have an opportunity to showcase their talent right here at home.
At the center of all her success, she is the proud mother of 2 daughters, Nicole and Reagan, and the grandmother of Nigel, Samantha, and Taylor Marie. All who have come to know Dr. Dianne Boardley Suber agree she is an extraordinary woman who is passionate about educating our youth and is a visionary who is willing to stick out her neck and put her tail on the line.
Congratulations, boss. We'll be here together for 10 more years, 10 years of progress.
I want to give my heartfelt congratulations to Dr. Suber on 10 years of service to St. Aug and to our community.
Congratulations on your 10 years as President and CEO of St. Augustine's College.
Congratulations, Dr. Suber, on your 10-year anniversary.
Dr. Suber, congratulations on 10 years of leadership at St. Augustine's College here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
This is you-know-who that used to go to you-know-where and have class with you-know-who. And I just want to say congratulations on your 10-year anniversary at the school.
This is the hardest working man for historically black colleges and universities, the Fly Jock Tom Joyner. And I want to congratulate Dr. Dianne Boardley Suber on 10 years of leadership as president of St. Augustine's College.
Dr. Suber, congratulations on your 10th year here at St. Augustine's College.
Congratulations, Madi, on your 10 years running for St. Aug as president.
Congratulations, Madi.
St. Augustine's College congratulates Dr. Dianne Boardley Suber on her outstanding leadership and accomplishments while leading the institution as the 10th and first female to assume the presidency of the college.